Hello and good morning, I'm Neil from Bathcars, and today's car is the Ford C-Max. This is a 1.8 TDI, or TDCI, with 131,000 miles on it, so it's been busy. It's on the 07 registration, and it's just come off of having a personalised reg number on it for some time. It was part exchanged in at the garage here, and we're reselling it on. So loads of tax with this car until the end of the 5th month 2014. In ocean blue, and it's the titanium model. It's 115 brake horsepower. There's the tax disc. Loads of lovely tax on it with a heated screen, a set of roof bars on there as well, and a nice metallic ocean blue finish. 17-inch alloy wheels, and we'll run around those in just a moment. But looking around the car, there's a few minor marks, but nothing too much to worry about. I've had it in stock for a couple of weeks, and it's got a little bit dusty, and that's just due to the fact that it's on for a plate transfer. Fitted new registration numbers plates to it, and as you can see on the back, it's the titanium TDCI. So there's parking sensors front and rear, HID headlights. It's the revised version with the LED rear lights as well. We have the locking wheel nut, and this side again looking pretty straight and tidy. Just a few minor marks. If you want utter perfection, it won't be for you, because it'll be too cheap and it's got too many miles on it. But in real terms, if you want a reasonable value car for one of these multi-activity vehicles, then this will be for you. You can tell the revision is the front fogs are on a vertical slant, and I think that looks a all-round modern, decent looking vehicle. It's got the heated front screen as well, so for the winter months coming, it'll demist the front screen nice and quickly, and the utility of putting a roof box on the top there with the roof bars is all on the go. So we've got a history which we'll come to a bit later on, but what we'll do is just run round the external bits just to let you know what the condition of the tyres like, etc. So 17-inch alloy wheels on the front, and that tyre is in really good order, much better wear than half, so we'll say 70% to go. That little bit of water there is just coming down from the air conditioning system on the screen wash, I'm afraid. I think I put the screen wash earlier on, so it's not a leak of water by any means. So yep, that's all in good order. A little bit of corrosion to the alloy. This one's a bit more corroded around the alloy wheel, but has again a lovely decent tyre on it there. They are a budget brand, but that's got absolutely tons of where to go. Moving round to the back here, the near side tyre, again virtually new. Those two are virtually new, and this one here is better than half worn, about 70% to go. So all the tyres are in absolutely spot on condition. The only real bit of edginess is to this rear bumper. There's a little graze down there on that corner, very, very minor. Some grazing to the rear bumper. Really just touching it would sort that out. Looks like it's been waxed, and yeah, it's been waxed, and there's some residual from the wax just around those parking sensors. Could just do with buffing off. It's got a rear wash wiper, high level brake light, and in the boot there are some carpet mats, another cubby storage hole, 12 volt power supply, and the storage hole there as well, and it has a space saving spare wheel. Well, I say space saver, it's actually got an inflation kit, a Continental inflation kit. You could put a skinny spare in there if you wanted to. The rear luggage cover's not there, I'm afraid. It's not been handed in. And the back of these seats are a little bit weathered in terms of some muck and grubbiness, but that could wash off real easy. These rear seats are flop and fold they call it. They just flop down and you fold up, so plenty of utility with the car. The indicators are in the rear view mirrors, and as I said, there's the heated front screen. Looks like it's had some sort of high level clean at some point, or polish. There is a tiny chip in the screen just here. It is absolutely minor, it's not in the view for an MOT or anything like that. So that's all looking good. What we'll do is I'll just fire up for you so you can hear the engine. Starts on the button, engine sounds perfect. No rattles or vibrations there, that sounds all spot on. I'll give that 100% bill of health. And it has had a cam belt not long ago at 126,000 miles, if I'm not mistaken, which you would have seen in the service history, which we'll cut to now. Hello and good morning, my name's Neil, and this is the service history then for the Ford C-Max. It's the documents and history for the Ford C-Max on a 2007, and we've had to hang on a bit because it's had a private plate transfer. We've got the photocopy of the original V5, but there is a great big load of tax with this car anyway, so there's no need to worry about the V5, which will be with us very, very soon indeed. It's been processed by the DVLA, and we have the new MOT. I'll just show you this. The MOT was previously in R5BRR and is now in the registration prefix of, wherever we are, here we go, WD07JYK. So the old MOT is now defunct and the new MOT is here, and that has been authorised by the DVLA. There you go, Morris VRO Office DVLA. And also the registration authorization certificate from the DVLA again, which allows you to get the plates, but we get them anyway because we are registered with the DVLA for number plates. So the V5 isn't here, hasn't come back yet, should be with us any day now, but as I say, that's not relevant. Two owners on the car. BT was the previous keeper and a private owner, so just two owners. And the car shows as a C-Max titanium turbo diesel 115 bhp, and it's an MPV car, diesel car with 143 grams per kilometre. The service history comprises of both a printout, which we've got running from 2008. It's got services at 27,000 miles, 51,000 miles, 59,000 miles, 79,000 miles. At 84,000 miles I had a tyre changed. Tyres changed as well at 109 and 109 and at 113. So it went out of BT fleet at 113,000 miles. There's a receipt here for an MOT and a previous MOT as well at 123,000 miles. Again, it was on the private registration there, as you can see, R5BRR. The original plates are in the boot just for proof. We can chuck them away when you collect the car. So also another service here which was done at Granville Auto Centre in St Anne's at 126,000 miles, and it came to £760, and that was including a timing belt kit, coolant, wipers, brake fluid change, engine treatment, so it's engine flush, engine oil, oil filter, fuel filter, brake clean and screen wash. Just another page from the Auto Centre, and just a checklist. Okay, so that is including the cam then at £760. Nice big service then, done just what, 6,000 miles ago, 4,000 miles ago, 4,000 miles back. We have the HPI report showing that there's no adverse information regarding the car's status, so that's all good. And we have a service book here which should have some stamps in it. Let's have a quick look through. We do have two keys for this car as well, two proper remote keys. So I'm just trying to find the stamps. A bit difficult to do with one hand. We've got one stamp here. C-Max Ocean Blue is the colour. Record, maybe it's not been stamped. It doesn't look like it may have been stamped. It might have been just left out of the way. It's not been stamped. No, so looks like we've got an unstamped book, but we do have the BT fleet printout, and we do have a lovely big service and receipt for £760. Okay, so there we go. We'll return back to the car. So just to show you, the headlights have got these HID properties with the headlight wash. There are the front parking sensors, which there are two of. You can switch them on and off, and the front fog lights are all working nicely. To show you at the back here, we've got these new style LED rear lights, so again a nice modern look to this car. Okay, so C-Max titanium diesel 1.8 TDCI 115 brake with ABS brakes. Lots of airbags, flop and fold rear seats, perfect headlining, picnic tables in the rear, map pockets in the rear. All these seats, again, have a little bit of soiling to them, but not too bad at all. If you've got a dog or lots of kids, it's not going to make any odds to you whatsoever. If you want it fully valeted, it'll cost you about 30 quid at the local Polish, but we've given it an intermediate type of clean. And as you can see, great big storage bins, 12-volt power supplies dotted everywhere on this car, and also these rather smart sunblinds. Has it got extra tinted to the glass? I think there's tintedness, but not excessive. Moving up front then, so door cards have all got a little bit of wear on these handles due to the fact that it's just had a silver finish and it's gone back to black. You could probably pick that off and have it all black. The driver's seat is in pretty good order. There's a nice decent driver's seat there, no rips, tears. Pedal rubbers are in good order, so are the floor mats. Centre armrest, lumbar supports on both seats. Auxiliary input on the for the CD player in there. Another 12-volt power supply. Cup holders, 5-speed manual. Lots of airbags slotted around, a good 6 I would imagine. The air conditioning works. You put the aircon on and it blows nice and cold, and you can hear the compressor clicking. It has a phone. It has some phone buttons here. Whether they're working, I'm not sure. I haven't collected up a phone. Whether it's got a Bluetooth system, I don't know either. But it certainly has a 6-disc changer built into here, and it has radio features, and it does say phone there. It just says audio muted. Maybe it's not got it paired up. And also a fingertip controlled hi-fi system here. The car's idling over perfectly at 800 RPM. The temperature gauge is working, fuel gauge is working, and the RPM, well, as I say, lips up quite nicely, nice and responsive. Leather steering wheel, auto wipers on, auto lights on the rear view mirror, nice little mirror up here for keeping an eye on your children. 3-button remote control with 2 keys, auto lights on as well, 4 electric windows and electric mirrors. Big cubby storage holder up here as well. That aircon's blowing lovely and cold, that's coming through beautifully. All the books and owner's manuals are in there along with the locking wheel nut, and that's the original, that's the replacement tax disc which showed the private registration number as R5BRR, which you'll see is the initials of the previous keeper, I think. Or is it? No, it doesn't look like it. Jonathan Mark Ratcliffe. There might be something to do with him, but it was on the car. And it's been taken off now and back to its original 07 plate. So the clutch pedal. Well, the clutch pedal feels nice. It's lightish, and it's got a great biting point. You're not going to need to replace the clutch on that in the near future. We've got a little menu button here. The parking sensors all work fine. You can turn them on and off. There we go, trip computer here, 131,819 miles. Driver's door open, outside air, temperature, average speed, instant fuel, average fuel consumption, etc, etc. So yeah, with a little bit of wear in the car, but a lovely drive, good responsive 115 brake horsepower motor. I think we're talking about a nice bit of kit there, extremely usable for a small family, in slightly upright driving position. And according to the reviews I've read, there isn't much in the way of a better driving position in anything. So we'll leave you with that shot. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.